All right, y'all. We are back once again with another Ashe VOD. Now, I purposely picked this one out because we seem to have some Ashe gamers. You know, I got Sai, I got Lunchbreaker, I got myself, and whoever else, I don't know. I mean, Ashe seems to be the popular pick right now, and, you know, I like Ashe quite a bit, so we'll just continue going with some Ashe VODs. I will, of course, sprinkle in some casts and soldier and whatnot as we continue. But for now, I like creating this nice spread, this nice portfolio of Ashe, especially across all ranks. And this one is Diamond. Now, if you notice, I hid the names. There are some inappropriate, I would say, names in this game. So shame on you. But at the same time, like, who cares? We're not here for names. I just hid them for future proofing and whatnot. So let's just watch the gameplay of this Ashe player, of this Diamond Ashe player. We are on Nepal, and from my understanding, it's, you know, a pretty close game. So I'm excited to see what we got. Now, we haven't done a Nepal VOD for Ashe before, and I don't know if we've done a Diamond Ashe VOD. So it's kind of like a 2-for-1. I like reviewing different maps that I haven't reviewed before. I like looking at different ranks because there are different mistakes or, you know, whatnot. Like, so it's always nice to have some variety. So anyways, let's keep going here. Let's get going. I don't actually have a whole lot of time. I am once again actually restricted in my time. I have about an hour, so yeah, I like coming out here. It's a good start. Yep. Keep going. Keep going. You don't want to ever stay here. Like, you just don't want to stay here. Why? Because look what's going to happen over here. I mean, we just lost our Doom, and we're just standing right here. So this seems to be a kind of a recurring problem with a lot of people, where we get distracted. We focus on an angle, but then we completely forget about what's happening behind us. So our Doom went in, engaged, sure, like that's fine, but he's dead, and now they're going to all be pushing out of here. So this is really just not a comfortable place to sit, because we don't know what they have yet. All we know is that Mercy and Soldier are down to our left. So you don't know if you're safe distance-wise. Like, we don't know if there's going to be a Widow that swings around this corner. We don't know if there's going to be another Ashe. You know, we don't know anything yet. So I would not stay here. I would continue this rotation. This rotation's fine. It's actually good. I highly recommend, if you can do it on this map, to come out this door and swing this way immediately and just take bridge, play over here. You have an angle in there. You'd have an angle down here. And for any of their team that rotates down through here, they can't obviously really get to you unless they have some sort of verticality. So this angle is kind of a non-issue for the most part. So you are safe up here, and you have high ground presence, and you can kind of play around here and poke and look down. So it's a really strong rotation if you can make it. 9 times out of 10, though, you're not going to be able to. You're not going to be able to. Even with, at high level, what you will see is a Symmetra up here. TP, Lucio, almost always will have a Lucio. So we'll TP right to here, Lucio speed boost here, and then the other team's also here at this exact same moment, because this high ground is incredibly important and strong. So it's almost never given for free, and you're almost never going to be first. And if you are first, then take advantage of it like this. So this is good. This is oh, okay, nobody's here yet. I'm going to rotate this way. A good decision. I like that. But let's not just forget about what's happening over there. The other alternative is what I like to do, because as I said, 9 times out of 10, this is just a waste of time for me. It's just a waste of time. Like, if we are running super speed, then I will try. But if we're not, if we don't have speed, if we don't get a TP out of spawn, then I'm coming this way. I'm coming this way. I'm coming down here, and I'm taking a look out this doorway. You know, this is a better starting position than coming up here and getting spammed out, or coming down here and then not really being able to see anything. So anyway, that is my suggestion there. I like this coach. Good coach, for one. I'm not sure about the location of the coach, though. It was a nice reaction. This is exactly what I've been trying to tell Sai. Like, we're in danger. You know, this tank's a little bit too close. They're engaging on us. We don't want to sit there. We don't want to walk. We just coach. We get out. So this is good reaction. And you notice we're not even really missing that much health. But we're still playing really safe and really cautiously and using our cooldowns just to get out, to create that distance. And this is perfectly fine, because now what? Now we have the health and the resources to sit here, which is, I'm assuming, what this Ashe is going to do, and continue being a threat and continue pressuring. We're not being forced out. We're not having to run and grab a health pack. We're not having to run away completely from the fight. We're coaching early. We're coaching to respect the space, and we're still in the fight. So this is a good coach in terms of just using it. But I think what I would have preferred to see here is, I don't know why we don't just coach straight back. Like, we turn around, we see this Domina, and that's really our only threat to us at the moment. And she is, like, decently far away. She's not on top of our face. Like, if she was on top of our face, I don't know if this would be super great. But it's kind of a weird decision here to coach off the high ground when we could have just finished our rotation here, coached over here, and been out of it. So I don't know. I don't love the coach. I don't love the position of the coach. Those are nice shots, but let's look at this crosshair placement. This is understandable. This is a good job from this Reaper, just to play up here, because he's throwing off the crosshair placement aim. So this is fine. You weren't expecting that, right? And we miss because Reaper made a good play. It's just something you wouldn't even necessarily think about, but it does matter doing stuff like that. But this crosshair placement, this is bad. And then swinging back to the left, also pretty bad. I have no idea how that's a headshot, by the way, but it's just way too low there. And same with that. So maybe, I don't know, it's the first time I've seen us aim around walls, around corners, you know, with crosshair placement. Maybe that's not going to be a consistent trend, but that's what I notice right now. Yeah, obviously this doesn't feel very good. I don't know about just walking forward here, though. I would have much preferred to see you coach up here, come down here, and walk this way. Walking forward here, you would just expose yourself to everything, and we don't really know exactly what is happening. Now, we can make an assumption that we're a little bit safe because our tank's all the way up there, and our Lucio's over here, and then our... Who is this? Oh yeah, Cassidy is in there, so we probably think we have a little bit of space, but we can still see this beam, and we know we were just shooting at Soldier, so we know Soldier's still over there. And I don't know about you, but walking directly forward into a Soldier like this is not super conducive to living, especially if he's damage boosted. So where can we go? I mean, we can walk forward, I guess, but I would be trying to cut off this angle from the Soldier as we do, and then maybe make a play with Coach to come up here. I think that would be a lot better. Or as I said, we could just coach over there, over to the right, and then be able to poke this doorway, because then we're not allowing ourselves to be surrounded, because at any point in time, somebody could just come over here. We don't know. We don't know really what's happening. So anyways, they're still just pressing W. They're still pressing W, and look how far out in the open we're caught here. Like, this Soldier has a major advantage over us just because we pressed W. We pressed W, we didn't respect any corners or any cover or anything. We're just way out in the open. That sucks. I mean, it's a nice shot. It's definitely a nice shot on the Soldier here. But you made your life so hard. In fact, that's a crazy shot. Hold on. Good crosshair placement. Oh, that sucks. I've had that happen to me so many times. Yeah, good crosshair placement. Not your fault here, obviously. Nice shot. Yep. Okay. So you were expecting him, I assume, to either come down over here or come down here, but let's still not forget about our positioning. You were okay here because look at your positioning. You have cover. Where's your cover? You back up, right? You back up, you cut off the angle up there, you rotate over here. It's still not great because then you're giving the soldier the high ground, but watch what we do instead, right? It's really just unlucky timing. It's unlucky timing more than anything, I think. I don't know, maybe... Yeah, I don't know if I would have turned my crosshair away here, because we can definitely still hear this soldier. We can hear him running. Right now, we hear him. I think maybe... Lucio dying kind of masked it a little bit, so maybe we didn't hear it because of that. That's really unfortunate. And then obviously here we're not really playing enough cover. We just have to take the duel, so whatever, but I don't know. I don't really know if there's a better way to have played that other than maybe swinging over here and being patient. But if you had just made the assumption that soldier was rotating, then it's not really your fault, and Lucio may have masked his footsteps. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's totally fine. Just really unlucky. I don't love that we're coming this way, because what's the point? What's the point? Our entire team is here. Go take an angle. Go take an angle. As Ashe, like, this is just never a position you want to play. Like 99% of the time, it's never going to feel good. Your sightlines are really compressed in the sense that you got somebody up here, you got somebody over here, you got somebody over here, somebody usually over here, and like all you can really see is whoever decides to peek you. You don't have control on anything. So although this is kind of open and you can see a lot, it's compressed in the sense that you're not going to catch anybody off guard. You're not taking an angle on anybody on their team. They have complete control over when they peek you. You're not disrupting them. You're not taking away any cover from them. So it's really like you don't have any angles is what I'm trying to get at. So what I prefer to see is, again, over here, or make the rotation up here. You know, fight this Ana. Gotta go do something. But sitting main is just not great. I had a game on this map, or I was playing Ashe, and just like this, they had an Ana who was always playing up here, and she was a very, very good Ana. Very good. And I died to her like 3 times. But it didn't stop me. I continued to come up and rotate and tried to take the duel against Ana. And eventually I won, and we didn't end up winning the game. But like I just kept bashing my head against this Ana player up here because there's just nothing else I can do. This Ana is in a really strong position, and my team, it wasn't just me dying to this Ana. Like my other team tried too, and they were unsuccessful. Maybe she was cheating. I don't know. Maybe she's just incredible. Who knows? But regardless, this is the angle I want to take. So it didn't work the first time. It didn't work the second time. It didn't work the third time. Who cares? It's still the right play. So that's something to recognize, that we need to be taking positions like that. Like, what is this, man? And we're just walking forward into just complete open space, no cover, no idea what's happening around us. I don't think we even know about this Ana. And if this Ana had just stayed in the position that she was, you're dead, the Lucio's dead. Like, she cares a little bit too much about her team right now, to be completely honest. She cares a little bit too much. If I'm coaching this Ana, I'm saying, why did we rotate here? We're in a really strong position. Your job is not to heal your team. Your job is to support your team. You know, you can deny everything that was happening here. We could have prevented Lucio walking. We could have prevented the Ashe, probably prevented the Curie from walking. And then you trust your team to deal with the Doomfist who's already in. You know, who cares if somebody dies if we're here denying space from everybody else on their team and making the play and enabling our team. So this Ana's making a mistake. Okay, we probably don't want to walk back into that. Probably should have just stayed right here. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. We're just kind of banging our head down main here. Like, this just doesn't make sense. We just don't have value. And see, now we're trying to go for to the right here and take away these angles, but why are we doing it here? It doesn't make sense. And now we just, like, we're dead. Like, we're just dead. We're not, because we got cleansed, but if we don't get cleansed, we're dead. It's a 2v1 with Soldier on the high ground, Ana on the high ground. Both reasonable distances away and completely different angles. Like, we're just surrounding ourselves. And when will we learn? My God. And this is all because we just didn't take a good angle. And we just keep getting forced out and 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 forced out. Because we're not starting in a good position. We're not starting in a good position.
How's that for sound therapy?
There we go. Finally learning. Sure. Yep. Nice shots. A little bit bouncy though, I will say, a little bit bouncy. If we look at the micro here, like, same thing Lunch has been doing with the up and down and up and down and up and down. Just keep the crosshair level. You're not helping yourself really by walking on the staircase, because you're adjusting your verticality by doing so. Like, every time you step on these stairs, your aim is shifting downwards, so that doesn't really help. So if you want to get really picky, don't even bother swinging onto the stairs. Just swing the corner like this, and that way you're not changing your elevation. But I mean, like, that's like one of those things that you want to start thinking about when you literally have mastered every single thing in the game. Like, you don't have anything else to master, so now we're going to, like, micro analyze how we're swinging a corner and if the elevation is changing and whatnot, so that, like, it's not a huge concern. Yeah. Raper made a nice play, but you were in the correct position. Not really a whole lot you can do about that. We have Bob coming up. We have Bob coming up here.
I am ready to activate the sound barrier.
Ooh, are we going to try for a left rotation? You don't see this very often, but I would like it. Same thing, man. Like, these are nice shots, but we're making them really hard. I mean, we have beat, so sure, let's just go bash our head down main again, but, like, no, nah. We're up. You just picked two. You picked both of their supports, and your Tracer and their Soldier just traded. This doesn't make any sense. You're going to win this fight. This is a waste of a Bob. It didn't need to be out to secure the fight. You had already won it. And look, this poor Bob has nothing to do. Man.
How's it going?
Okay, careful. We had no idea what was happening, and we're just hard swinging out and jumping, so we can't even go back, right? We just walked around this and we jumped without any idea what was happening. And so now, if there were people up here, or there were somebody swinging this corner right now, you're kind of screwed. Unless you made this, like, snap judgment call that, okay, I have time to get out because the shield's up there. Whatever, but I don't know. I don't want you to be here. This doesn't, you know that they're starting to push up here. Do you really want to put yourself right here as they're pushing through? No, just play back here. We knew they were coming. We heard the Soldier shoot. We see our tank banking up. There's a shield there temporarily just to get your tank out. But now we don't want to be here. This doesn't feel good. Nice use of ability or perk there. Jumping like a maniac. Yeah, I mean, you can do everything you're doing from this corner. Just look how much damage we're exposing ourselves to. And it's all from the soldier, really. Like, this domino doesn't really hurt you at all. It's just the soldier. And why is he hurting you? Because we're jumping around like crazy in main without any cover. Well, it's not main, but in the open without any cover. Like, come on now. And now we've forgotten about the soldier who is behind us, right? I don't know. I mean, it's a nice pick on the tank, but we could have really minimized the damage that we were taking. If we had minimized all the damage we were taking, then we probably would have been better positioned to deal with what comes next, right? So now we just have to hide, and we have to hide, and we have to hide, and we have to hide. Okay, so now we are shooting the Reaper, but we're scared, and we have to hide, and like, I really, you know. Actually really don't know how they turn that around so well. Well, I'll tell you what. Remember how I said I don't want you to be here? And then because you had made this rotation, this domino pushes you and you're forced out? And yeah, you get to pick on the domino ultimately, so good job. But guess what? You would have never allowed any of this to happen if you just stayed here. Because you rotated here, you got pushed, you got forced out, you gave up all of this space, which is yours. This is your space. This is what you dominate. There's angles and ranges like this. And you just said, nah, no thanks. I'm just going to be silly, play over here, and then allow myself to get forced out. So this whole thing, this whole fight, and everything that happens is ultimately because we don't stay up here, and we could have done the exact same thing from up here. You know, if Domina pushes us up here, okay, whatever, I'm backing out, but I'm waiting, I'm being patient. Does Domina keep going? All right, then I'll keep coming this way, whatever. Does she decide to go in? Okay, then I'm re-swinging. I'm taking the duel on the soldier. I'm not allowing the soldier to sit up here for free and kill everything. You know, this soldier doesn't have a care in the world. He doesn't have anything to worry about. Picks, you know, he picks this Kiri. He gets you to low health. Like, there's nothing in the world stopping him from being up there. You know, so that all stems from your decision to really hard swing this angle without any information, and then just play this really insane position over here. It doesn't make sense. All right, let's keep going. Not too far. Okay.
Hey. Don't let them take what's ours.
Is that that's their Reaper, right? Yeah, okay, let's, you know, hopefully have some awareness about that teleport. Like, why are we not looking at this Reaper? Good shot. Why are we not dynamiting? Dynamite that, man. This is fine. Take the engagement on the Ana. Don't worry about dynamite yet, right? You are swinging, technically, it's slightly too wide. We should just be cutting off this angle. But it's okay. You are kind of gravitating back towards this, so it looks decent. But look at this. Look at this. As soon as I shift my attention over there and I see 3, 4 of them, you know, that dynamite's coming out. Why did we not use dynamite there? And we have perk too. They don't even have to worry about shooting it. You know, just throw it, walk away, because yeah, it's a good decision to disengage here. We can see what they're doing. They're all pressured. You know, they're all pushing in. You know, we lost our tank. And our team is back, so this is fine to disengage here. Just throw that dynamite, hit it, you know, detonate it, make a rotation probably this way. probably this way, because if we see them all coming over here, then you can probably make a pretty educated guess that they're about to walk through main and come through here. So rotating this way is a death wish. But yeah, throw that dynamite, walk back, get the mini, and come back here, and you're fine. And you're fine. This is just bad awareness. I don't love that dynamite. It was kind of blind. You had no vision. It was kind of just, I'm going to throw it down there and hope it hits somebody. It could have been used better, you know, for something else. And look, we're doing the same thing we did last map. We're just bashing our head down main. Now, this map doesn't offer as many good opportunities for Ashe on angles, because you can either come all the way over here and play this angle, or you can go on the opposite side and play down here and play this angle. Neither of which really feel good for Ashe. They're just a little too close. But that doesn't stop me from playing those angles, because they're angles. You know, at the end of the day, they're still angles. They're still going to get me vision that I wouldn't necessarily have. They're still going to help my team force the enemy out of cover, create distraction, create crossfire, create chaos. They're going to do all of those things that are so incredibly important in every team fight. Yeah, it doesn't feel super great to sit here when their team is like literally right here, but at least I'm doing something, and I can maybe throw a dynamite and detonate the dynamite, hit 2 or 3 people if they're playing right here, and then maybe I just immediately coach out. Maybe I'm just, you know, I was like, surprise, you know, I'm over here, worry about me, haha, distraction, and then I'm out. You know, like I don't have to sit here, but at least I'm doing something to help my team a little bit more than I'm just gonna walk down main. Just die. Okay. Okay, so we're going on an angle, and I have a feeling it's because we have Bob. Good. Good job. But do this even when you don't have Bob. This is what I mean when I say, think about where you want to bob. Make the rotation to the angle that you want to bob from. And that's probably exactly what's going to happen here. I'm guessing we're going to round this corner. We're going to take a look, and we're probably going to throw Bob just down main and into here, which it wouldn't be bad. It wouldn't be bad. It would be fine. It would be fine. There are probably a little bit better use cases for it, but it would be a huge distraction, completely force them out, allow all of our team to come in and probably get a pick. Probably get 1 pick. Assuming it doesn't get immediately slept. We'll see if we play around sleep. But we're rotating to the angle. An angle away from main. We're about to create a big distraction, big crossfire. Our Reaper is on the other side, so this is actually really nice team positioning, and you probably win this fight just because of this right here. Now your Kiri should be with you or Reaper. I don't know which one, but your Kiri should be with either of you. Your Lucio should just be your Queen, and your Lucio should be patient, because they should try to be a distraction main here, but they should understand that they're not going to push forward, but they should be aware that you're over there and Reaper's over there, and you're about to make a team play right now. So all your Queen has to do is play carefully, play around the corner, you know, not give up too much for health, and wait for you and your Reaper to start making a play, and then engage all at once as a team. So this is really good positioning, and obviously their team has horrible positioning. So like, you 100% win this fight as long as your team doesn't throw it away. Nice. And I'm glad we don't use Bob. Yeah, nice dynamite too. Yo, good rotation. Yeah, you're playing this almost perfectly. Now we're playing suboptimally. Why don't chase that? We don't chase that. We still hear things happening over here, and our team's still dying, and like, no, we don't need to chase this Reaper or make this long. Like, what's the point? Like, we don't need to do any of that. It's fine to make this rotation initially. Let's go back. Let's go back. This is good. This is really good. That's really good. And then you expect them to kind of disengage a little bit. So this is fine. This is good. Okay, Reaper's Wraith. Is he not coming at me? He's not. Okay, so therefore now I'm rotating back, seeing what I can see over here. But instead we're just walking forward and yeah. And Soldier's now flanking us. The Reaper's teleporting behind us. You have one option, is to turn around, coach right now, and or throw Bob in their face if you want to live, and I assume you do. But if you don't, that's a problem. Yeah, and so we died. Bob would have been fine there. It would have been a little panicky, but it would have ensured your life. You would have been alive. You know, just throw Bob now. Like, coach, preferably. Just turn around, coach Bob right through there, and you're fine. And then you're coached back here, and you have a little bit of space. You can cut off your angle from that side. I mean, that is the play right now, if you want to live. Now, maybe you don't want to live, but I don't see why you wouldn't want to live, because you're approaching last fight, so something's got to happen. We're just a little bit late. It's a nice coach. It is a nice coach. It's the exact position that you want to coach from. It just happens too late. And you notice, by the way, how when I was talking about this disengage, though, I didn't mention anything about dynamite. But this Ashe did use dynamite. Why did I not mention anything about dynamite here? Pop quiz. It's because right now, I know that these two DPS are on top of them. So we do not have time to go through the dynamite animation and then coach. We just don't have time. If you are going to dynamite, it needs to be coach first to get out, and while you are in the air, throw the dynamite. Not dynamite, wait for the dynamite animation to finish, and then coach out. So that is also taking away a little bit of time from you, which makes your disengage just that much slower. So does it look like we're even going to get to really use our Bob effectively? Hold on, I actually just want to learn something. I want to learn something real quick. Hold on. Okay. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I was trying to see, but this Reaper is the Mizuki, is that his name? They're on the same team. I was curious, you know, if this Nano Reaper would be able, and I assume he would, to do damage within an enemy, whatever this ult is called, but it's obviously not the enemy. So. Yeah. And a nice Bob. Like, I get it. It's kind of just you're panicked. Just had to have something happen, but is there really even a point in throwing Bob in there to begin with?
Have a nice day.
All right. Well, our team clutched.
Hello.
Yep, I like this angle. I just want you to have ears to your right, you know. Keep an ear out for what is happening over here. We don't hear him yet, but expect somebody to flank or to come on this angle. Or if you're playing over here, expect somebody to play over here. Expect to be pushed. You know, these are strong angles. Nice. Okay, good. We kept our ears open. We heard it. This is good. No, don't take your attention away from that. We don't hear anything main, but we hear everything right. We're not getting pushed main. Nice shots. Yeah, this is fine. Why? I don't get it. Whatever. Maybe the shot from Mizuki made us turn around. I don't know, but At least we come back.
My calls are
And
ready.
we don't just forget about the soldier.
I settle my scores.
Nice shots.
Hey. How y'all doing?
Yeah, move. Move. Go do something. We're just being super indecisive. Go do something. Like, our intention here seemed to be to rotate this way. Yeah, absolutely. Come play over here. Come play over here. Wait over here. Take some poke shots, you know? Poke the walk up, and then make the rotation back. But we're just really indecisive. I feel like we didn't want to go that far forward, but definitely should have.
Like a gentle rain.
Okay, this feels a little clunky. This feels a little clunky. Wow, this Ana has missed 2 sleeps on you in the exact same position. That's what feels bad. I don't like that dynamite at all. Obviously. Good coach. Good coach. A preemptive little coach there in case that Reaper turned around, minimizing the possible damage we're going to take. I like it.
Much better.
Careful, soldiers coming behind you. Wow, nice play from the soldier. But here's the thing, right? This is fine. It's fine. But now we're walking too far forward, and now we know we're not going to see this Reaper. We know where this Reaper wants to go. This Reaper wants to go to Mega. Is there anywhere we can go to see this Reaper before he gets to Mega? Well, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, we could. If, at this exact moment, you had decided to coach up, yeah, you could get the sightline on this Reaper. Sure, if that's what you had done, okay. But we're staring at a wall. Like, we're staring at a wall. This Reaper's not going to come around the corner. He's going for the Mega. He doesn't have any other option. So if we're not going to make a play on the Reaper, then we need to do something else. And what is that something else? It's to not give up our position in our sightline on the people walking in from spawn. The soldier hits some nice shots, for sure. But it's still on you because we made the decision to just lollygag at this Reaper that we're never going to see instead of maintaining our position and holding our angle.
Hey.
So it looks like you're
Hello.
positioned to lose this point, and if so, it's because of you.
Hey.
We almost have Bob. Yep.
Hey.
We don't, so that's good. That's good. Our team clutched. Team got some key picks as we were walking back from spawn, so you got fortunate, you got lucky.
Dead weight gets left behind.
Now let's move on to the third and final map.
How y'all doing? Hey.
I have to go in like 10 or 15 minutes, so
How's it going? Hello.
This is the one that counts.
so far, and probably my advice for this Ashe player is these Bobs have really just been absolutely nothing. We haven't had a single good Bob this game, so this is definitely the pain point for this Ashe player. I like the rotation. I like the initial angle. Yes, this is fine, but let's keep going. You know, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Fine. Now let's continue. Let's deepen. Let's go up. You know, they're starting to push forward, so this is a great opportunity to play up here. You know, what are they going to do about it? What are they going to do about it? So this is, we shouldn't be staying here.
Number
This soldier on the opposite lane, on the opposite side of the map, is not your concern. You're looking at the soldier, but that's not the angle you're taking. When you take an angle, when you take a lane, whatever you want to call it, that becomes your responsibility. Not somebody on the complete opposite side of the map, not somebody in main. You know, you can shoot the people in main if you have nothing else to do on your lane. And you can shoot the people on the opposite side of the map if you have nothing else to do. But you still have something to do. You have this rotation. You have the option to come up here. You have the option to deepen and flank and be a real nuisance to their team. Like, they can't do anything about you over here. So why are we shifting our attention and our focus to the complete opposite side of the map? It's just a waste of time.
How's it going?
None of that would have happened if we just continue our rotation there. I mean, good coach, but we obviously just shouldn't be walking through here to begin with. Good coach should get out. You have an option. You can go left. I wouldn't recommend it. Your entire team is going left. You just got to come up here. You just got to come up here, take the space, look down over here, you know, look over here, and you're golden. That's it. That's it. We are having a tendency to just kind of walk main, you know, a lot more than we should. Now we have the flashes of brilliance to take angles and different lanes and pinch with our team. We've seen that happen a couple of times, and you know, that's to be expected. When you get into diamond, these types of things start to happen with more regularity, with more frequency. So that's what we're seeing here, but it's not consistent enough. We need to be doing it more. We need to be doing it more and more and more. And that's what you'll see when you start to get into masters. You'll see people really consistently taking angles, taking lanes, working with team, coordinating timings and whatnot. And then the higher you go, just the better it gets, the tighter it gets, you know. That's what we are currently witnessing here is a player who has identified that angles are strong and has identified some appropriate times to take them, but isn't identifying all of the appropriate times and is not doing it consistently. Nice dynamite. I like that, because we did see that on a walk that way, so I think that was, you know, a reasonable assumption there. Once again, this guy's on the opposite side of the map. Yeah, he's shooting at you, but he's in a completely different lane. He's not really your concern. Honestly, your concern right now is the tank. It's the tank. The tank is low. The tank is it's completely excluded, ostracized from the rest of her team. You know, like she has nowhere to go. So why are we worried about the soldier on the other side of the map when we could just be getting this pick on the tank? So there's a little bit of a target priority issue here as well. And wow, like we don't focus the tank. And so she kills our teammates. Now this tank is being stupid at this point. Like, that's just a big stagger. Okay. Once again, we're kind of playing main. I don't hate it right now. I don't hate it because it's the walk-up phase, and it's not even really the walk-up phase because their tank just died, so their team has to wait for tank. But let's stage, you know, let's stage. Let's think about where we want to be for after they decide to engage or they decide to start the walk-up. You know, whenever they decide to start coming in, we need to be in a position to handle that. So you can be over here and watching this side, watching left lane. You can control left lane, or you can control right lane. You can come over here. You can be up here. You know, and you have options. You have options, but don't stack with the rest of your team. This doesn't make sense.
My ultimate is ready.
And now look at the just lack of value that we have. We're making blue team's life so easy. So easy. Your soldier finally gets a clue, and he starts to play a little bit of an angle here. So this is pretty good from him, because guess what? He can shoot around the shield now. What can you do? Nothing. Their entire team's just allowed to walk forward without any repercussions because nobody on your team is doing anything to prevent it. Nobody, with the exception of kind of your soldier. Kind of. But imagine if you were over here right now, or imagine if you were up here, or imagine if you were down here and then made a rotation into here. Like, you would just have so much more value, but obviously we can't just stare into a shield and be effective.
Bob, do something.
It's fine. It's fine. It's could have been better. This is a good time to use it, and it's a good location. You know, if he comes back here, which he probably won't, but if Bob was back here, it would be really, really good. Which is why I would prefer you to have been up here to throw the Bob like down here, or maybe over here, or somewhere. Because the location your Bob theoretically would end up if the entire team were ghosts would be fine. But more likely, your Bob is going to run into somebody here, probably kill them because they'll go flying in the air and your team will capitalize on that. And you probably win the fight. But this Bob could have been better. It could have been better. Oh, he doesn't hit anybody, and he actually goes to a really nice location.
Can't handle the heat.
Which is exactly,
Stay
it's
out
like
of
the
my
best
way.
case scenario for you. Because watch what happens to blue team here because of Bob. Look at the circles. I love this. I love this. I love this so much. I love this. Watch the circles. Watch the arrows of blue team. It's so funny. And this is just the value of Bob, right? So why risk throwing him here and hitting somebody when you could have this guaranteed reaction from blue team
Bob,
from a
do
different
something.
location? But just watch what happens. Watch the arrows. Watch the arrows. Watch the arrows. Oh my God. Now every single person on their team has turned around and is all staring at Bob. And what does that mean? It means your queen uses shout because she understands the value that you just provided for your team. You created so much distraction, so much chaos. And now guess what? Lucio should amp, queen should shout, you should go in, soldier should deepen and engage over here. You know, like you really open it up. You completely disrupted the blue team's positioning and their awareness, like everything, just chaos. So like, yeah, it's great because Bob is exactly where you want him to be, best case scenario.
Handle the heat. Stay out of my way. Rand, you can
Yeah.
Hello. Hey.
Enemy turret sighted.
Fall back.
I don't know, man. It was just a torb. Okay. This map is, you are obviously very weak on this map. You need to learn how to play this map on Ashe, apparently. We need to be up here. We need to be over here. We need to be on top of elephant or behind elephant, like over here, or crouching through here, or over here. Like, we've been main the entire time. Oh, that's funny. Yep. I like that we didn't coach here. Yes, it would have gotten us to the fight. We would have been here faster, but the last we knew, they had a lot of pressure stacked this side of the map, and with our soldier ulting on the right side of the map, where do you think their team's going to want to go? They either want to back up this way, or they're going to come out this way. So holding coach here is good, because if they rotate out this way, then you need to escape. So I like that we're holding coach. Yeah, I mean, these are nice shots. But again, with the bouncy aim, I think you win off of that, right? Got some nice staggers. Obviously, Junk's not going to 1v5. Yeah, Bob. Good position for Bob. I think that's totally fine. Yep. So good. You win. You know, your last two Bobs were pretty good. The one before this was, you know, it was fine, but it was really good because it ultimately ended up in the best position it could have been. So that's what made it really good. The only thing that you could have done to ensure that it was great was to have been on an angle first and then thrown Bob to ensure that the Bob makes it all the way into the back line. And then obviously this Bob is well placed because it has complete vision over the point, and Bob's just going to want to roll around the point, and you're also preventing people from walking forward main. And then, you know, he's also protecting this angle over here, which we saw because he picks the soldier. So two very good Bobs towards the end, but you also had two really horrible Bobs. So I don't know. Your timing was pretty good as well on this Bob. Doesn't quite matter so much. English doesn't matter quite as much because it was overtime and we got our ult, so we should use it. But the Bob timing here was really, really good, so doesn't seem to be an issue so much. So I don't know. I think your Bobs need to be worked on a little bit, but also maybe even more than your Bobs. Like, maybe it's just you're unfamiliar with this map and you just haven't really had a whole lot of experience playing Ashe on this map before. But there's no reason for us to ever be main, especially like this map is so good for Ashe. It's so good. You have so many opportunities to be scattered on angles that are really strong for you on the map, and especially against their team comp. What are they going to do about it? They're not dive in any capacity. They don't have any way to get up to you besides maybe their Curie, right? Maybe Junk if he decides to mine, whatever. But these are not heroes that are just built to take high ground and built for verticality like you are. Like, you have verticality built directly into your kit as it's designed to be used and designed to be defensive and whatnot. And I don't know, we're just not taking advantage of it. So yeah, like that is by far, I would say, your biggest weakness on this map. I don't know if that's a weakness of yours overall, but, and by this map, I mean specifically this map, not Nepal as a whole, but here in particular. It just feels like we really don't know how to play Ashe here more than anything else. So I might take a look at that, but I have to go. You know, we're approaching that time that I said I have to go. So this was hopefully a little bit insightful, but you know, if you're watching this as in your Psy, or if you're watching this in your lunch, you know, like, you can see that these same mistakes and the same things I comment on with your VODs are still present, you know, even here in Diamond, and they're still present in Masters. Like, don't be hard on yourself, you know, be patient, work on things, but, you know, these people are just making the same exact mistakes you are too. Like, everybody is making the same mistakes. So it's not like this unattainable goal. Like, you guys are going to get there. You guys are going to continue doing well. You're going to continue making progress, you know? So all I'm trying to say is, you know, have faith, have confidence. I don't know if you have struggled with that at all whatsoever, but, you know, we're all human. We're all making the same mistakes. We all have the same problems. It just goes to show that, you know, these Diamond players are not perfect. I am far from perfect in Masters. Grandmaster players are not perfect. Champion players are not perfect. If you've ever watched a pro team play against a champion team, pros win. Like, they just stomp champion players. It's crazy. So all that is to say is, same mistakes are being made at every level. They just, you know, there's less of them the higher you go. So good stuff from this VOD. Hopefully it was a little bit helpful, and yeah, I'll see you guys later.